to just cook in the offensive zone. Look at what he does last night when, after game 3, he gets no shot attempts, and last night he has the game-winning goal to tie up the series. You don't want it that you're going, okay, they're in the offensive zone, and you have no idea what's going to happen. You don't have that, trustworthy foundation. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he can find that line that I feel like he's struggled with for some time. If he can, that's a huge deal for the Oilers, especially with Zach Hyman hurt, right? If Zach Hyman was healthy, I don't think this conversation would matter as much, because you go, well, that could make up for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins not being 100%, and then you could throw Perry or Brown in there and Podkolzin and make it all work. But without Hyman, you need guys to play in the top 6. And I know there were some question marks about someone like Podkolzin playing in the top 6 after he had a rough game 3, but you see why he did, right? He can be a dog without, you watch him and you're like, he's a dog out there. That's what everyone needs in the playoffs, right? He works so hard every shift. So you have that if you're the Oilers. You could throw him in the top 6 and see he's going to rebound. Kane didn't after a bad game 3. Right. I don't know how much leeway you give him in game 5. If he takes a single offensive zone penalty or a single first period penalty, I don't know how you give him minutes.
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary as a coach, especially with that Florida power play.
It's basically why Kadri got traded from here. You had a guy you just felt like you couldn't trust, and I know that's regrettable and a bad name to bring.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I never think about that at all.
All right, well, let's do a little bit more, a quick UFA talk before we let you go. Right before we came on air, and I know you want to talk about this more a little bit after, Andy Strickland tweeted that Mitch Marner will not come back to Toronto. Everyone here is like, what do you think is going to happen? I don't know. Do you have some inclination what you believe will happen or what should happen?
I could see him going somewhere like Vegas, and I could see it being like Vegas throws Petrangelo's cap hit on LTIR, and maybe they move out Haig to clear out a little extra money. Maybe they keep Haig if they LTIR Petrangelo, and just figure it out from there. I won't be surprised. Vegas could use the help on the wings. I think we saw them a little bit exposed against the Oilers when guys like Hurdle weren't scoring, and you saw guys like Eichel were not at their offensive best because he had his hands full with McDavid. I think he did a good job in that matchup, but you need everybody else to score a little bit more. And I just think their winger depth has really taken a hit over the years to build up their centers and their defense. That would be fun, and I think it would be a heel turn of sorts because, the Vegas Golden Knights are kind of the bad guys in a way. But I think the true heel turn, which I'm begging for, I've been wanting to see from Mitch Marner for some time.
Here we go.
I love the puppies on his skates and all of that and more, but everyone's so mean to him. So mean to him when he seems like such a nice guy that I would I need him to throw on a leather jacket and be like, all right, that's it. I'm going somewhere else in the division. I'm going to Ottawa, I'm going to Detroit, and you're going to have to see a ton of me, and you're going to have to face me in the playoffs, and I will be the one scoring the game-winning goal to take you out of here. That's the drama I'm craving personally.
You might get what you're looking for there.
The one that I think if we're going heel turn angle, the Bruins have a ton of cap space.
Oh, that's ultimate, I think. Unless you went to the Habs, that might be.
You have too long till they're going to be a playoff caliber team.
Right.
Mitch Marner and Pastrnak and McAvoy will be able to do a lot, but I feel like
the Canadiens around though.
Oh my God, I do think where he ends up will be very instructive of what his priorities are. Because if he ends up with Vegas or a Dallas or somewhere where he signs for a decent number, where a team that wants to win, but if he ends up in Chicago or Utah or San Jose or something like that, just a money thing.
I like Utah. I do like Utah because I think it's more than a money thing. I think that they have actual potential.
But there's no chance he's going there. Everyone has them near the top of the list. He's going to do something that people think sounds cool. Like Vegas sounds cool. LA's a cool place to live.
Yeah.
I don't think he's just going to slug it out in Salt Lake. Listen, I love Salt Lake City fine, but
hey, our close personal friend,
I
Ryan
checked
Smith.
myself a little bit there.
Yeah, it's
Ryan
easy.
Smith's our boy.
He can go to all the soda shops, have a great time. Then he's not going heel, though. I feel like if he's vibing around in the soda shops with a million pounds of sugar,
feels like it might actually fit him.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time today. We look forward to maybe we'll have you on again after free agency, after Mitch makes his decision. We can chat about it then.
Love it.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks
Shayna.
so much. Appreciate it. That's Shayna Goldman, national hockey writer for The Athletic and of the Too Many Men podcast.
Yeah, so she did make a good point about Bobrovsky there, about how in that game 3, it wasn't a laugher until it was. And Bobrovsky did make some good saves in that to kind of keep that game close. So maybe that was his quote-unquote steal, but it still feels like even that Game 7 last year, he was really solid. I don't know. If I'm an Oilers fan, that's what confused me a little bit.
The thing is, the Oilers score on everyone.
That's true.
Like Vegas, LA, Dallas, great defensive teams.
They light him up.
Florida's no different. Their goaltender is gettable. Yeah, it's I don't know.
So, can I ask you, Justin, as in our 4th year of doing this show together?
Yes.
How does the tweet that Andy Strickland sent today about Mitch Marner leaving, our boy Strick knows a lot of people and he's very, very trustworthy in this situation.
Yeah.
How does that tweet make you feel?
Honest,
yeah.
a trust tree.
Yeah.
How it makes me feel? Oh, thank God.
Relief.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Like I just, maybe that's selfish because we talk about the team every single day.
Yeah.
And I just felt like we can't do the same thing anymore.
Yeah.
But also that sentiment fans feel. We can't do the same thing anymore.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they're going to be better. In fact, I'd suggest they probably won't be.
There's a solid chance they're worse.
Right. But at least there'll be some fresh blood and maybe some new energy, something. And not that Mitch had bad energy and not that he wasn't, whatever. It's just, it needed to be something different. So great. They have some
Emotional
damage. They have some opportunity to do something now. And it feels like they've been stuck spinning their tires and it feels like they got traction and they're out now.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel as a lifelong Leafs fan watching the Core 4 era come to an end? Today's day came to the end. We got an official tweet. He's not coming back.
Sad.
If we're trusting Andy Strickland and on this show we do.
I do. I think it's just gone about as poorly as it could having 4 guys with this much talent on
The
on
only
team.
worst outcome was a bunch of injury.
Yes. Like this is I've said
they
before,
were too hurt to see it through or something. This was the worst outcome.
like I've said to you a million times, like if you simulate this 100 times, this is a bottom 10 outcome
Oh, no doubt.
of how this has played out. And you just 100-point homegrown Selke sort of nominee winger like prime age. And the fact that
Universally not wanted back.
yeah, it's insane, man. Like it's actually insane. And
I know it's not
I'm
universal.
I'm not trying to be the guy that usually sits in this chair and defend it, I can't believe that that everyone feels
The
it.
contracts are so bad just because, there's so many no trades and everyone had been so, I don't say overpaid because they've earned their money. They've been good players, but it just really worst case scenarioed itself here. And I think LA, that's my honest opinion.
That's your guess?
Yeah.
I think, there's so much smoke around Vegas. Everybody that comes out with Vegas.
I don't think Vegas is going to be that good.
No, eh?
I just think they're on the other side of the mountain. Age-wise, they're starting. Mark Stone's back's made of styrofoam.
But I feel like Marner's
Eichel's also taped together with Gorilla Glue.
I do think that Marner is sort of maybe the start of them trying to flip things over to younger stars.
No one could use him more. They have lacked offense, and someone like him is perfect.
Gets them to the playoffs. And then losing 5 to the Oilers.
I do think Marner's going to have some big playoff run.
No,
I do. I truly believe that.
I disagree.
He's too good.
I disagree.
He's not going to go.
What's a big playoff run? Like a Draisaitl?
Yeah. Like a Leeds playoff in scoring.
Way.
Yes.
No way.
Mark it. June 13th. At some point, Marner leads the playoffs in scoring.
I can't see it. If it didn't happen